This is My Quebec City. Your city, your stories. As an immigrant, finding employment in your field can be pretty difficult, whether it's a need for certain mandatory credentials or training, or an employer just saying, "No, I don't really recognize this previous experience." But it can happen, and for Oksana, it did happen. In Ukraine, she worked in media, and when she came to Quebec City, she got to do the same thing. How? Let's find out, because typically she tells the story, but this time, Oksana, what's your story?
I have been living in Quebec City actually for 2 years already. I was born in Kiev almost 50 years ago.
And you're marking this milestone by being here. But the move was admittedly, for you and your husband, a bit more out of necessity.
I moved from Georgia. When the full invasion started, I lived in Russia, and that moved us to change our life immediately, and we started to move. I did not know that was the rehearsal of working in Quebec. So you had to start something absolutely new, but you don't have to be afraid. Quebec City is a place where I came really occasionally because I couldn't find a place to stay in Montreal. And I thought, okay, if I buy a ticket to the bus for 3 hours, if I find a place to stay during these 3 hours in Quebec City, I will stay there. And I found immediately the place to stay. And I started to explore the city.
Eventually, you found your way to the Quebec Chronicle-Telegraph, our weekly newspaper for the English-speaking community.
You know, when you are an immigrant, you have to understand all your skills. So I know that I had a very big experience in media production, in organizing events, in teaching, working with people. But here in Quebec, you have to start from scratch. So I started firstly to work with a physical job. I worked in hotels, and that helped me, like I'm a journalist and director from the beginning of my life, understand that that is all my experience. Quebec helped me a lot to understand the situation here. I wrote to QCT. I talked to editor. I like this job very much because I said to Ruby, I want to continue writing because it's a part of me. And I'm very pleased that I can have this opportunity to meet people. I wrote about Ukrainian community, about people here, and that's very interesting.
When you combine your experiences professionally and personally, I can only imagine how much of a help you can be for people just like you and the stories you could help tell.
The story goes forward, and I understand that I have some different ideas how I can help also people to integrate and to understand. So first of all, I remember that I am a historian and I started to study here at St. Lawrence as a guide touristic because I understand that I can show people another Quebec. I can show people Île d'Orléans where I live, and I know that I know a lot about this place because I go there every day. I would like to share that. I have been experiencing so many situations and I've heard a lot of stories here, so maybe I would like to write a book about help local people to understand immigrants. Sometimes a very small misunderstanding can cause a very big problem, and that's what I would like to help solve.